The plaintiffs talk about not realizing that they were a group. They were being treated a certain way because they were women. They talk a lot about not realizing that there were other women similarly situated. And they talk about, when I found out that other people had experienced the same thing, it floored me. They were shocked. They thought it was just them. They thought they were being individually mistreated. And they were so surprised to know that there were so many other women like them. So that was the initial thing, is that they never came forward with the aim of filing the largest class action in U.S. history. That was never the aim for a lot of these women. They were just calling us as individuals, saying, wait a minute, this doesn't seem fair. So and imagine how many women just let it go. So many years that women probably just attributed whatever was happening to something else, right? Not discrimination. So there's a lot of that. When they did realize it, just standing up for themselves was such a lesson in courage that we can all use in our everyday lives, saying to an employer or to anyone that's not treating you well to stop. So that is the first thing. Then subsequently, sticking with a case of this magnitude where you're being scrutinized by the media, you're being scrutinized for everything that you do, for your motivations, that takes a lot of courage to keep going and not let that dissuade you from your original goal, which is fairness, getting fairness, not just for themselves, but for all the other women out there. And that's the beauty of this case, is that it's not about individuals. It's about being a woman, a working woman, and saying to a large corporation, no, it's not okay to pay me less than I'm worth, and it's not okay to not promote me when I have the merit. So it will be a great lesson to go to Washington, D.C. and stand behind these women. They have obviously never experienced anything like this, and I think what they really, really want is they want the respect from the court and from the public. The respect for someone to say to them, let me look at the merits of your case. Let me look at whether you are properly filing this class action. Let me look at whether this case should go forward in a fair way, without all of the spin and all of the different, things that Walmart has asserted about the case. Let me just look at the law and the facts, and let me just be fair here. That's what they want. They want to go to the Supreme Court, and they want to be able to have faith in that institution, that is an institution that's supposed to be neutral and fair. And that's all that they want. And they have high hopes, and we have high hopes too, because we know what the facts are and the numbers don't lie. We are still in the midst of the greatest economic crisis in a long time. It's a depression. I mean, people call it a recession, but it's a depression. And it's astounding that we've not had a revolution in this country, because people are suffering. People are losing their homes, their jobs, their livelihood. They cannot support their families. It's a crisis of unspeakable magnitude. And I think that what's happening in Wisconsin is one manifestation of it. And I'm surprised that there haven't been more of those kinds of showings of anger from people, working class people. So this is an extension of that principle that working people want to be treated fairly. They want to be able to support their families. This is a democracy. You're supposed to be able to be paid what your work is worth. You're not supposed to be treated like this as a worker. This is the United States of America, and everybody believes that this is a land of opportunity. And when that doesn't happen, someone has to stand up and say, that's not right, and demand that we live up to our principles. And that's what the people in Wisconsin are doing, and that's what the women of Walmart are doing.